Hi everyone, Marion Emberson here. This is really lovely because I've got some of the new Julie Hickey stamps that are Christmas stamps that have been designed by Hazel Eaton. There's 3 in the set. You don't have to buy them as a set, you can buy them individually. But people say to me, where'd you get your ideas? Well, most of the time it's just looking at new product or stuff I haven't looked at for ages, because I looked straight at this. This one jumped out at me. You can see I've already had a little play. I mean, I love these trees, and these as just hanging decorations. But you can also turn these up. I've got a friend who actually has an upside down Christmas tree. It's fabulous. But anyway, so this one jumped out at me. This one is just gorgeous. The trees are amazing. If you want to go a bit more contemporary, you've got the stags. I'm assuming they're stags. And then you've got the snow globe, and that would be beautiful embossed in lilacs and pale blues with glitter in, etc. And then obviously you've got the lovely big Christmas word. And these go with a lot of Hazel's other, I'm trying to think what they're called. I can't think what they're called. Has Julie put it on the back? No. But yeah, Hazel does this style, and it goes with her stencils, etc. She's got other stamps like it. Yeah, brilliant. But anyway, what I wanted to show you in this video is a little bit different, because to me, and I've said this before, Christmas cards are all about making really quick and simple cards. Okay, so I think what I'll do 2 and then 2, because I'm going to do 2 colorways, but obviously you could do 4 at a time. So I've got my panels cut out of my Wow Superior Smooth cardstock. I'm going to go, I think I'll go with Salvaged Patina. Let me move those out the way. Salvaged Patina, Speckled Egg and Peacock Feathers, because I like those colours. Okay, so first of all, I am going to take, shall I do it in this one or, no, I'll do it in this one. Oh, I don't know, I could do it in both actually. I'll do one in one and one in another. But the whole idea of this is to just say to you, you just get all your card fronts out and you just do multiple stamping. So I'm going to have a cloth next to me ready to clean as I go along. And in fact, I'll probably go like that because that's my lightest colour. Oh, do you know what I'm going to do first of all? This has got little sentiments in here. So I am probably, I'll do that in black, I think. Yeah. Let me go Happy Christmas. It's a nice font actually, because it's not a perfect font, which is nice. So that helps you get away with something if you feel you haven't stamped it right. It's meant to be like that. Okay, so let me just pop this little guy on. And then I'm just going to ink him up. If you wanted to emboss this, of course you can. I think I'll go that one there. Oh, okay. Let's see if I can line it back up. Oh, what do you reckon? What do you reckon? Not bad. If you make a mistake like that, like I just did, because this is going, it's a panel that goes onto the card itself, onto the card front, the folded card, just flip it over and do it again. Or use your Misty. You don't make a mistake. Okay, let's try that again, Mariam. Meant to be a professional. That's not true. Okay, Happy Christmas. So I'm going to do one that side, and then just to change it up a tiddly bit, not a lot, I'm going to do one this side. Yay. Okay, let's just clean that off and get that out the way. Right, so as I say, I am going in with Peacock Feathers, Salvaged Patina and Speckled Egg. So I'm going to take my lids off. Well, I'll take one lid off at a time because I don't like doing that. Okay, so I'm just going to go like so. Just throw some on. Usually I'll go 3s on patterns. You can do them in different places. You don't need to do them the same. But you imagine you've got like 4 of these panels laid out in front of you. You're going to get 4 cards done in one go. It's so much quicker, honestly. Okay, so when you've decided on a design for your Christmas cards, this is just the best way to do it. And then we'll go in with, let's just turn it around every so often. And then like that. And then keep going. So I'm just going to keep going through this. Okay, so now you might be thinking, oh, hang on a minute, there's loads and loads of gaps. So what we're going to do, I am going to take, now do I want that? Oh, do you know what? I think I might take a little snowflake. I'm going to take a little snowflake out of this one. Let me just clean this guy up. And get my scissors. Open it up. And then could do, there's 3 different size snowflakes on here, so I might just see what this one's like. I am going to go pumice stone because it's very, very soft pumice stone. So if you're not sure, just do a bit on your paper. That is actually going to go really nice with those colours. If you do another stamp, look, it comes out a lot lighter. So it's up to you how you want to do it. I'm just going to randomly throw some snowflakes on. The problem here is knowing when to stop, because I'm like, I just want to keep going. I want to keep going. Okay, so I just think those are really, really pretty. If they're going out to your neighbours or whatever, or do you know what? If they're going out to people that don't really appreciate handmade cards, don't do anything else to them. But if they're going to go out to people that you think, do you know what, they really, really love what I do, and I want to make them that little bit extra special, let me just stick this back. What you can do now is we can add some foil. So some of the Wow Fab foil, I'm not going to use blush, I've just got that out. I've done this in a video before where I show you, I keep all my bits. So I'm like, I'm not losing any of them. I don't throw them away. Okay, I'm going to take a quickie glue pen. You could also use the Barely Arts glue. It's entirely up to you. Let's put my lid on there. Let's just make sure that's coming out. And I'm just going to go in the centre of the snowflakes. Now, with the quickie glue pen and pretty much the Barely Arts glue as well, it goes on like a bluey sort of colour. And when it goes clear, it becomes tacky. So you can then add things like foil, glitter. What else can you add to it? Oh, I can't even remember the names of what's it called? The stuff that you rub. I've forgotten. And I'm not thinking of a magic lamp like a genie. Oh, it'll come to me in the end. And you know what? It usually comes to me once I'm editing, and then you'll see a little pop-up along the bottom to say that's what it was. Okay. So let's just do that. So we need that to dry or sort of set to go off as such to make it go tacky. And it's little things like this that can just really add to it. I mean, I think that looks really pretty anyway. I really do. And there's really like minimum effort in this. And I don't mean that horribly, but like, you know, when you have got to make loads, you just don't want to be spending hours upon hours. I'm just going to go silver. So let's just have a little feel, because you can always go back in. If it's still wet and you try it, you can always go back in and do it again. If you want it to be a bit more showy as such, you can do a bigger blob with the Barely Arts glue, and then that will take a little bit longer to set, and then you'll get a bigger blob. You can also do loads in the background as well, and you could do various colours. You could just come along here and just touch some of these little bits. So it's entirely up to you how you want to do it. Let's just have a little look, see. Oh, there we go. You're probably not going to see it much on camera, but I will bring it up to you. I think, yeah, I've just done such a minuscule amount. It really isn't showing much. It is to me, but it won't be to you guys. Let me just bring this up. I don't know if you can see it even. Can you see the silver foil? But anyway, I mean, I like really subtle things, so it's entirely up to you. I'll do Barely Arts on the other one. In fact, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking up other little ideas. I probably could have let this set a bit longer, but you can actually see that it's going on there, because you can see all the little dots that are coming off on the foil. That's where it's transferring on there. Okay, right, so if you wanted to as well, if you want to zip it up a little bit more, you can then take your folded card base, and you've seen me do this loads and loads of times, where I will go round and put a colour around the edge, so it actually looks like it's on coloured cardstock. You can also stamp this onto another piece of card and then mount it up, so it just changes it like that and just makes it look a little bit different. This, honestly, as it's catching the light in here, it looks absolutely stunning. So let me just put this aside. I've already gone ahead and done it on that, and right, let me just carry on and do this one quickly. It just looks so pretty. I hope that's catching it. It's catching it to me, but I'm not sure if you guys are seeing it. I've got a few little flicky bits, but you don't have to use foil. You could also use glitters as well. They'll look lovely. So let me just set those two aside. So that's 2 cards done. All I've got to do is mount them up on their doodahs. So let me just move that out of the way. Let's go in now with some crushed olive, peeled paint and mowed lawn. Same concept. So let me just grab 2 of these, and then this time from this same set, this one is called, what's this called? Essentially Christmas number 3 stamp set. So, oh, they're all like the Essentially Christmas range, so they're stamp set 1, 2 and 3. So I'm going to use this one now. So let me just go. So exactly the same thing. I'm just going to go in and do a couple at a time. So if you just bear with, and then I'll be back. Before I go. Oh no, do you know what? I might actually stamp on a bit of card this time and then mount it on. That's what I'm going to do. Right. Right, so this one I am going to put, let me just clean that off. I'm going to put the Barely Arts glue, so we get like a bigger blob on them. So it's just going to take a little bit longer to dry. So let me just make sure that's coming out nicely. No. I don't know what I do wrong. I leave me pin in. I don't know. Yeah, look, it does it now. Sod's law, isn't it? Okay, so bigger blob. It might not look much bigger, but obviously it is to the Quickie glue pen. Now, any of those 2-way glues are going to work in the same way. Whoops. That had a bubble in it. Well, that's got a really big blob. Let's just try and move some of that over. If you get a big blob coming out, just try and move some of it over. Oops. Oh, I'm getting stuck here. We've finally got some sunshine. And now it's really hot. Not as hot as Spain and the rest of Europe. You guys are having it bad. Okay. Okay, and as these have got little berries, now Distress Oxide doesn't stamp brilliantly. I was thinking, shall I just leave them like as they are, or should I put a bit of this on and then put red foil on? I don't want to ruin it. I love this colourway. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Right, okay. Just stay as you were, Marion. Right, I'm going to let this dry as such, or go tacky, I should say. Let me just move it over there because I'm getting in a right old mess already. And then I am going to stamp these on a bit. Let's go Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Oh, look, I've still got that on there. Let me put my stamps away. I haven't cleaned it properly, but that's okay. That's all right. Okay, so Merry Christmas. Let's just get a bit of scrap card. Move that out of the way. Do I want to do it in black or do I want to do it? No, the black will really stand out. And then I think I might, I might have gone a bit heavy-handed on that one. Let's have a look. Oh, no. Come out perfect, if I say so myself. Okay, lovely. Right, just clean that off. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give that a quick zap because Versafine ink is like oil-based, so it stays wetter longer. So I'll give it a little zap to dry it. Good job I did move my cards because I'm knocking things over left, right and centre here. Right, let's just stretch in now and get my little guillotine. Actually, let's just chop that a little bit more. That's not bad. If you can hear a pitter-patter of feet, I'm looking after my son and daughter-in-law's dog, Bill the Beagle, and he's sitting up in the studio with me, keeping me company. But he's just decided to get up. I think the heat gun, the heat tool woke him up. He wasn't impressed with that. Right, let's snip that. Oh, I've just had another idea. Here I go. If you wanted to sort of do a bit more of a, do it with the thing, Marion, you'll get it straight. Look at that, that's so wonky. If you wanted to have a go with, like we've done a background card there, but you could do it in the sentiments and then just do it in all different colours and do really bright colours like pinks and yellows and oranges and, do you know what I mean? So, I'm sorry if I sound like I've got a cold, I haven't, but my glasses keep falling down my nose and pinching it. So it's like, eh. Right, okay, so, okay, I need that back again. Because I thought to myself, right, let's just, honestly, I don't know what I'm doing, I really don't. Really don't. Let's go for a bit of peeled paint on there. I just want to get a bit of colour on here. like so. And then I just want this to be a little bit wider than what these are. So if I just go in and just guesstimate it, so if I just look at that, a little tiny bit more, that's not bad. Go back a little. I don't like great big borders. I don't like really fat borders. So I can just mount that on there. You could also do it so that you cut this the same and then have them sitting like that. But I'm just going to do a normal mount. Let me just use that as a guide. So that's that one. And then this one, exactly the same. Could have stuck it down first, might have been easier. Okay, let's just go ahead and stick it down. So you could do loads of these in different colours and just keep, just mount them all up so they're ready to go. You can do this for all your sentiments, for your birthdays, everything, and then just have them sitting in a little pot and then they're ready to go when you need a sentiment. And that's usually what I do. I'm always cutting out. Look, Siri's listening to me. Go away. He's always listening to me. Find it. I ain't got nothing to hide, so I ain't that bothered, but I do wonder why. Obviously, it's a advertising thing, isn't it? It's a sales thing, I reckon. I'll get loads of adverts for Barely Arts glue a little bit later. Right, I think because this is still white, it needs to go like a clear. Because, or does it? No, I think it does stay white. Actually, I'm lying. Let's just try a little bit. No, it needs to dry a little bit more. So I'm just going to leave that aside to dry a little bit more. And then in the meantime, I'm just going to grab some, let's just turn that over. I'm just going to grab some of my card bases. Okay, so I've gone ahead. I took my A4 Wow cardstock, my Superior White cardstock. I love this cardstock. Cut it in half lengthways, folded it over, so it's either going to be book fold or temp fold. Obviously, because I've got the wording going that way, that will be book fold, but I think I will give it some colour around the edge as well. See, I start off, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do them really plain, really simple, really quick, and then I'm like, yeah, let's just add a little bit more to it. Oh dear, I don't know. Right, so let me, oh, the other thing, so just before I go ahead and do that, because that's still setting, I think. So you know what I just said about, I can't find them now. Where are they? Look, I'm just using everything from one, oh, do you know what? Oh. If you just wanted to do a really, really simple design, look, let's just go in and do a really simple design, because again, these are just jumping out at me. What they're going to ink like with the Distress Oxides, I have no idea, but I love these as well. Oh, what ones do I love more? Could I have both? I probably could. I'm going to go for this one. Right, let me just, I'm going to see, right, let's just move these little boys out of the way. And let's just, I'm going to go on, oh, I didn't even get it. See, this is what I don't like about the Distress Oxides. You've got to make sure the whole thing's, yeah, it comes out a bit clumpy, doesn't it? Oh, do you know what? How about if I put it on with a brush? Let me see what that's going to come out like. Oh, why, that's better. Oh, and you know what? Okay, so now I'm thinking I can go like this And then with the slightly darker one, I can touch it around the edges and get a bit more colour depth. I don't know whether that's done much. It probably hasn't. Let's have a look. Oh, do you know what? I won't know until I stamp it down. Let's just stamp it down. Okay, I can see a variation in there. Let me bring that up. Can you see the variation? Nice. Like that. Let me just give that a little clean off. This time I think I'll go dark all over. Why didn't I think of this before with, I don't know, maybe someone told me to do this. I love all your comments. Thank you. You give me so many ideas. Okay, let's just go like so. Didn't get much variation on that one. I think it's better if I go lighter and then bring the darker in. And then go around the edges. Do that. Yeah, I think my first one was my best one. I'm not going to lie. Might take a little bit of practice that. Or maybe use completely different colours. That would probably help as well, wouldn't it? Oh, do you know what? Look at these lovely little stars. Let me just... I might do the same sort of thing here. So if I take a clean brush and I'm going to just pick up some pumice stone and pat it around, just dip. Oh, that's nice, because I want it really soft. That's nice, isn't it? See, again, this is a really quick card. See, now you'll be choosing what one to make. You'll be like, oh, I don't know which one. Would help if you put some ink on it, Marion. You can also cut them out and then, what do you call it, them? Mask them. My poor brain. Honestly, it's because when I'm doing things, I'm always then thinking of the next thing that I could be doing. See, and this don't matter if you don't get it on there perfectly. I'll just put a little bit down there as well. Isn't that nice? It's just really, really simple. I like that. Like. Now, I don't want to put much more on there. I feel, do I want to put my sentiment there? I feel like it needs to go over here. It can actually come off of this. That doesn't matter. So if I do, let's do a Merry Christmas. Take that off. So that was off this set. The only set I haven't really... Oh, no, I have, because I've used the snowflakes. I've used all 3 sets. You don't have to. But isn't it nice to combine them? So I'm actually going to come off of there. So coming off the tree as well. So that looks nice. And this, I really do feel like this needs a bit of glitter on there. So I'm just going to go and grab some of my Wow Sparkles. Okay, got my Wow Sparkles. I've got crystal, so it's just a clear one, so it still show the colour from underneath. Now, with a quickie glue pen, the quicker you go, the thinner the lines come out. The slower you go, the thicker it comes out. So just bear that in mind when you're doing this. I'm going to go just really quickly and just randomly. I'm not going to sort of do it all perfectly. So I'm just going to... as if I've actually drawn them, to be fair. It's just doing some lines. And then throw my sparkles on. Shake off your excess. Just get rid of those little bits. And I will touch it because that ink is still wet, the VersaFine. It's just touching that at the moment. But look, again, another, yeah, I can sparkle the stars as well. Just a really simple, pretty card, isn't it? I like that. I think things like this as well. I've got a young girl coming round to me to do some crafting. And I just think things like this are really simple but effective for children. And they still look really nice, but they're easy to achieve. And that's what kids want. They want something that's really achievable. Okie dokie. So now, so again, these we can just make loads of. I could put more stars on. I'm not going to. Let me just have a look. Yeah, look, this is going a bit clearer, whereas that one's still a bit white. So I think it still needs a little bit more. Let's just have a little. Yeah, it needs a little. You can see a little bit's come off. I feel like I'm just being a bit too impatient, as usual. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Really, really nice. Now, these ones can go this way up. They don't have to go. Oops, where's me folded? They can actually go on like that, as opposed to that way. Although I do like them this way. That one has to go that way. But if you look at the difference in the foil, can you see the difference? Where we've used the Quickie glue pen and then the Barely Arts glue. It does make a massive difference. It really does. But they're lovely, aren't they? So let me just decide. I could put that over there. Merry Christmas. That's a bit gappy there, so I could put it there. Just simple. Okay, let me just mount these on. Okay, and then I'm just going to go round one of them just to show you. I might chop that a tiny, tiny bit just to show you some colour around the edge for those of you who might not have seen it. If you have seen me do it before, I apologise. But sometimes it's a nice reminder. Okay, so what you want to do, you take your folded card, you place it in between a piece of scrap paper. Now, you can either go around direct to paper with this, and I think, I'm going to go peeled paint. Odd, oh no, do you know what? I might go pumice stone. So I can either sort of do this and go direct to paper, but I feel like that might be a bit faffy. Or I can just pick some up on my brush and just start blending round. Either way, it's going to look lovely. So just start blending that in. You don't have to go all the way in to the centre, obviously, because you've just got a little bit. I'm hoping this is going to dry where I went a little bit over the top on it. Heavy-handed as usual. See, look at the difference when it's not got the colour on it. It looks so much nicer with colour on it, doesn't it? But I'm just going to do it as is, and I might do a colour one for the blue version. You could also glitter those edges. you could go round and then put some like some embossing ink around there and use an embossing glitter. That looks lovely as well. Don't make me do it. It's meant to be a really quick, a really quick, simple way of making your cards, and then I end up just doing more and more and more. Terrible. Okay. Happy Christmas. Da, da, da. Another one here, just plain. Oh, look, this was me one that went wrong. Oh, do I want to glitter it? Oh, no, don't, Marion, don't. Come on. You know what a glittered border would look like. Do. There, let's just go like so. See, the flatter ones are good for people where it costs quite a lot, you know, if they've got to do postage, and it costs quite a bit, doesn't it, to post. So this one, do you know, I might just go white on white with this. And again, keep it flat. I don't know what it's like in the States or Canada or wherever. But ours is, if it can get through like a millimetre or whatever it is, it's something ridiculous, then it can go a little bit cheaper. Because postage is not cheap nowadays. Okay, so I have got, in that time, I know I faffed a bit, but let's just, I will take a photo of them all at the end. But look, aren't they just quick and simple to make? So quick and simple. I love it. Absolutely love it. So that's it. I've got 5 cards now to send to people. Brilliant. Oh, excellent. So yeah, really good set of stamps. And again, you can do it. Oh, I was going to do it with the words, wasn't I? Anyway, I will love you and leave you now. Look, I'm just going to start picking them all up and starting looking at them again and thinking, what else can I do? I love sets like this because you can keep looking into them and thinking, oh, actually, yeah, I can do this, I can do that. So, yeah, anyway, I'll take photos of them. I'll probably do it as a group photo because they all pretty much look the same. And yeah, just thanks ever so much for watching. Don't forget, these are available from WOW in the UK, WOW embossing powder, and Simon Says Stamp in the USA. Okay, all the Julie Hickey design stamps are available from those two. And there may be others, I'm not sure, but I will find out. There might be someone in Australia. I'll find out from Julie. I'm sure she said before someone in Australia, so naughty me for not remembering. But I'll link you, okay? So yeah, thanks ever so much. Take care. Bye.